Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. This is Chaos Culture Radio. This is Prince Akeem. I'm back again with some of my friends, old and new. You know what I'm saying? Prince Akeem. Mm-hmm.
And this your man Ronnie Ron in the house.
And this your boy New Jordan here. Let's go. Let's get it.
Woo! And young ladies, y'all gotta introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Tanya.
How you doing?
Hey, Miss Tanya.
Hello.
And I'm Shanette from Irresistible Lips.
Irresistible
Hey,
Lips.
hey, I can't see Miss Shanette, man. She be hiding. Look, she back out of here, man.
She do be hiding.
Lord.
She's not hiding on Facebook, but she
What
hiding with us.
Why you gotta come for me?
You hide on Facebook, but you're not hiding us. You out here balling. You got the snatch back. You feel what I'm saying?
What are you talking about?
Mommy makeover.
What?
I'm seeing niggas in your comments. I'm like,
wait
whoa.
a minute.
I'm seeing niggas in the comments. I was about to hate a little bit. I'm like, let me calm myself then. That's not hungry.
You need to pass that memo to Ron. Ron got all the shits every post.
I see that. I see you post something and I'm like, oh, is this? I had to look twice at who this is. Not Irresistible Lips.
Thank you. And thank you, Heike. She get mad at me because I be commenting. I'm like, oh, snap. But
I thought I was looking at a 21-year-old there for a little minute.
Listen, give all they ass a run for their money.
yeah, but this topic of day, Hakeem, this is not really done by me. This is actually done by Shanette, Miss Irresistible Lips. So I want her to talk about it. And her friend. We want
to hear your perspective because when y'all hear what I got to say, y'all might not like it.
Here we go. Let's start with you because you already know what we got to say, being that the post came from us. So go ahead.
No, listen. If it came to y'all, I want to understand where y'all came from. Do y'all want me to take the mask off?
No, let her read the post first, then take the mask off.
Okay, read the post first.
Hold on.
Tanya, don't be scared, Tanya.
Oh, I ain't. No.
Ooh.
That's the wrong one. She ain't never scared.
But a message is scared off the phone.
Yeah, her phone dropped. Her phone dropped. Wait till she come back in.
Ladies and gentlemen, she'll be right back. Technical difficulties. Hey, I know y'all haven't seen us in a while, but we're back and we're better ever than before. You see the mask, so you know I chose violence today. You know what I'm saying? And I'm back with my friends, my brothers from another mother.
Okay, I got disconnected. Sorry.
That's no problem, Queen.
So you want me to read the post, right?
Yeah, read the post for the guests.
Okay. So let me get to it real quick. Okay. So the post says, my mom said, stick with the guy that loves you, not the guy you love, because the guy that loves you will go to the end of the earth for you. But the guy that you love will only love you on his terms. She always said a woman can grow to love someone, but a man either loves you from the start or doesn't. I feel like every girl needs to hear this, so I thought I'd share it.
Go ahead. Who? Go ahead.
So my thoughts are, and the post really came from a real life experience.
Mm-hmm.
So when I wrote it, it came from a deep place inside. Mm-hmm. And the reason for that is I was married for a very long time, well over 20 something years. And then I got a divorce and I started dating.
You don't look that old.
Well, I'm 49.
Whoa.
And
snatch.
Thank you. So when I started dating, you know how the dating process is. The beginning is good and along comes the BS or whatever. And it was one person in particular that always loved me unconditionally, regardless to how I treated them or anything like that. But that's the person I did the worst. It's like I didn't have any feelings for that person the way they wanted me to and things of that nature. So when I look back, when I get a chance, you know, and totally single and things like that, it's like no matter how much you go out and look for things, it's always the one that you want that doesn't. And I won't say always, because there is some instances where people can find genuine love with the person that they love as much. But through my experience, it was true. I spent too much time loving people that probably loved me with conditions. And it's true, as far as when I did give this person a chance, I actually fell in love with them genuinely. And like I said, they treated me the best, but I think that it is true. The person that you don't love the same way, they always love you the most. And like I said again, not in every instance, but in my real life instances, it has been that case.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that's just my opinion. I can't waver from that. I'm not saying it's not possible to have the love in the opposite way, but what I am saying is women can fall in love with a person. Men too, they can fall in love with a person and not really have liked them. Could have been a possibility of, I was just supposed to be with you one night. And, they wind up, you get to know a person beyond their looks and things like that, the body, and you wind up falling in love. But that's just my opinion, and it's real life. But go ahead, Shanette.
I agree as well, but I think you're being a little modest. I think that scenario applies to a majority of people. I think the percentage of who it doesn't apply to is very slim, because it's very true. The people who love you the hardest are, in every instance with a female that I've dealt with, the one who loves them the most is the one they treat the least, with the least respect or the least concern. And I think probably it's the thought process of they ain't going nowhere because they love them. So for them, it's like, okay, I got this person, but they may not have the different things or the main things they're looking for. Like, you're a good guy, but you ain't got enough swag.
Okay. So the post says, my mom said, stick with the guy that loves you, not.
My bad. Go ahead.
I think her phone chipped out.
Yeah. Y'all can hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
You good. You good.
Yeah. Why y'all stop talking?
Oh, Tanya was talking and then she stopped.
Yeah.
No.
No. She wasn't talking. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I thought she was saying something, so I stayed quiet.
No.
Yeah, we all stay quiet. Yeah, because she's talking.
So yeah, like, and those guys who we should cater to, we always looking for that little bit more. And I think it's just that comfort zone of knowing that person is there. And then when you start looking for that, the it factor, that thing that gives you that itch or whatever that case may be, the guy that does contain or embodies those qualities are not necessarily feeling you how you feel them. So it kind of like a catch-22. The way you feel for that guy is the way the guy that you don't want feels for you. So technically, you're also looking at that you're suffering the same repercussions and setbacks as that guy. He wants you in a certain way that you don't want him, and yet you want this guy that don't want you like that. Or he might not be ready for you like that. He just might be in the streets or just, playing the field. He's not ready for that quality of woman. He might just want to play the field. And there are men who are like that. They may like the idea of having a quality woman, but they're just playing the field. So us as women, we can learn to adapt to those things. And I agree with Tanya. A guy knows if he gonna fuck with you from the start, period.
Like we do too.
Straight up. We do too. But at the same time, sometimes if we're like, even if we were more willing to give a try to somebody, we probably wouldn't fuck with just to see. A dude is like, it's either you do or you don't. And you're going to know off the vibe up front. So that's my standpoint on it. So you can go ahead.
I can't. You want to go first or you want me to go first, man? Who going to take off?
Hey, I want you to go first because I don't know if they're ready for what I got to say.
Okay, I'll go first. I'll start off. Let's keep it real. In today's society, most women don't want the love. It's all a fairy tale. It's all BS. Most women love to feel mistreated. it's a turn on for you guys.
Get the fuck out of here,
What?
Ron.
Hold on. I'll let y'all speak. Let me speak.
You are
Let that speak. Let me speak. Because this is the reason why most women they like the idea of love, but it's like a fantasy. But they really love the idea of being mistreated. This is why. Because you will have a friend on the friend zone right now. You will call him up. He'll be on the phone with you for hours. He will talk to you about every issue, everything that's going on with your life. But yeah, you will deal with another guy down the street who's calling you of the B word or H word, or just treating you straight up trash, and you will automatically feel attracted to that guy. It's a fact. You get what I'm saying? So women today, they don't want to be loved. They just want to be mistreated. Now, don't get me wrong. It's a good idea to say, oh, I love this person. This person really care about me. I want to be with this person long term. But at the end of the day, it's somebody on your phone. I guarantee you, if I look at your phone, somebody on your phone right now that you very attracted to, and he don't even love you the way the guy love you down the street. Fact.
Oh, I beg to differ because that's
I
a certain
do too.
that is definitely certain
Number
women,
one,
and there are women that are like that. I agree. There are women like that, but I don't fit that category, so I can't relate to that. I will
Neither do
not
I.
be disrespected,
Nope.
be it whether in text message, social media, or anything. I will not be disrespected. Now, I do agree with you about the fantasy part of love. I'm gonna agree with you, and I'm a woman, and I'm gonna tell you why. I've had someone shower me with all type of love. And you're right, to some degree, it's the fantasy part because you give it too much. It's like, leave me alone. You know what I mean? So I understand what you're saying when you say that. But as far as somebody calling you the B word and liking that, I can't relate to that. I can't even get into that. But I know there are some women like that. To each his own. And that goes back to what you choose and what you allow. I just don't allow disrespect from anyone. Like, you gotta respect me, period. That's just me. That's my character. Any man that knows me, any woman that knows me, they'll tell you I'm big on respect. Big. Don't even come on my post playing with me. Like, I don't tolerate that.
Go ahead, y'all.
No, I said I thought you were gonna do a comeback. Oh, you wait for
No, I agree with her. I do agree with her. I agree with that. But like I said, y'all already know what time it is with me. Like the disrespect and stuff like that. I don't even play those games. Like, I'm one of those people. I'll snap real quick. I don't care how old you are, what you got, how much money you hold, what your followers are, who you are in the streets. I'm just never been that individual. You can't talk and do me any kind of way and think you're gonna get a pass. It just don't work like that.
No, but you only saying that now for the sake of this conversation, baby. Let's say if you're dealing with a dude, let's say I'm just being honest, let's say he's a multi-millionaire. You won't allow him, you won't accept that disrespect because you're getting something at the end result. You get what I'm saying? That's why I say most women, even though you have to shake your head and disagree with it, but it's a fact because most women
there are women.
No, I'm self-made, and can't nobody buy me.
Exactly. There's two different types of women. A woman who does not have shit going for herself. Yes, they might accept it. But when you fucking with a boss bitch who gets her own bag, that shit don't fly. Cause what you buy, I could buy too. So it doesn't matter. Right. Multi-millionaires, even if they're multi-millionaires are not always willing to spend their money on any chick. You gotta earn that. That don't come for free. No. And at the end of the day, I'm not kissing nobody asked for $1 when I can get my own. You crazy? I know
that's right.
No. So that's not any woman. That's a bitch who ain't got shit to do for herself. A woman who is taken care of, exactly, and willing to settle. A girl that has their own bag and working on their own selves and can hustle is not going to accept that. I refuse to accept that. Nope.
However, game serious.
However, I will say this day and age, the new group, a lot of them are like that. Yeah. A lot of these new girls, you come in a nice car, the dummy don't even know it's rented. She think it's yours.
Oh, he got money.
He got money. Listen, there's so many ways to flodge right now. I've seen so many. I've learned so much when it comes to these streets on how you can portray this image that you do not have. But the young dummies think you rolling in dough, or that's that nigga. Let me tell you, the realest bosses, you're not even gonna know how much of a boss they are because they're not flogging on that level. No. This the average Joe you think just probably just got a regular day-to-day job and they bagging in the bank because they don't got to show it. When
That's
they step out, but they don't have to do all the extra stuff.
That's right.
So at the end of the day, you always have to question the one who's out there, because there's so many ways to put yourself out there and you're not even on that.
Mm-hmm.
You borrow your homeboy car, you don't rented it for the weekend. You probably rent cars for a living and took one out for the week. Like, there's so many different ways. So
don't even have a minimum of $10,000 in the bank. Trying to wake up in the morning and figure out their next dollar.
Go ahead, gentlemen.
You understand? Right? I'm hearing y'all talking. I want you to hear. The main thing is when that statement you wrote is only for certain men. It's not for everybody. Because let me tell you something. It's them niggas in your friend zone. Y'all try like that. It's them niggas you did not like from the beginning. You had real good men. And it just comes down to the point that women do not know how to choose a good mate.
Okay. Let me.
Oh, I'm not done yet.
Okay.
I want you to comment. Y'all don't know how to choose a good man from the get-go. And then the niggas who you don't like, you get them to drive you around, get them to fill your tank up, buy you food. They think they're there to get sex from you and to want to build a relationship, but it never happens. Then you put them in the back burner so you can get them later on. That's a disservice for him. You win and he losing. He actually settling for you. That's why I said I don't like the statement when you say that, oh, get somebody, you got to get somebody who loves you the same way you love him. I would never be with nobody who never liked me in the beginning. I need to be God to you.
You know what?
Well, you can hang that up.
Okay.
I need to be God. Because you want to know why? No, you could tell. Listen. You could say that. You should be blessed that you have a man who loved you that way to do all that time, but y'all take that for granted. Now, in the dating market, you're older and you want to find that husband material, so you go back to the saps. First and foremost, let's say this. Men who have options are going to do you dirty regardless.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to do you dirty. They're going to run you to the ground. They're going to do any which way. You know that. And you still choose to do that. You're talking to somebody who used to be the friend zone king. You know how many times? It's women who make niggas savages.
Preach. Facts.
Hold on. It is nigga who make women savages too.
No, baby girl.
It's this one with the dreads for me.
Listen, it's Ron a mess.
So this is why when men realize when you women play these games, why you think men are opting not to get married anymore? Why you think a lot of men who don't want to deal with the things that relationship comes with is the men who has their heart broken, who's the men who was in the friend zone helping out a girl, and then when he tried to advance, you said, "Oh, didn't I tell you we were just friends? Why are you pushing up on me like that?" You knew he won't be there if you didn't give him an incentive. So that's why when saying, like, when I hear that statement, because I've heard that before. I know Shaq said something recently where he told his daughters, don't get a man who has options. Get a man you can control. You can't get a man who has options.
I don't want
to. But here's the thing. You don't want a man who can control, but then how are you going to have somebody who's going to love you? Let me tell you something. That guy you talked about, if you would have left that guy who you was with for 20 years, that other guy would have gave you a beautiful marriage. Consistency, lack of disrespect. Listen, we got an episode I didn't put out yet because I know it's going to make everybody unhappy. Your husband is in your friend zone. He been in your friend zone. Your husband is the nigga you didn't really like. You don't like the way he looked. His dick was too small.
I'm trying to tell you.
He can't dress. He don't have the best drove game. But listen. When you call him, he jump. He shot. He's the carpool for you and your homegirls when y'all go to the club. He's there at night.
Type of things that you come up with that women like, I can't, because I feel I wash my own car. I don't got no car payments. I'm cashed out. Like, I can't relate to some of the things that you talk about.
I'm asking, but let me tell you something. You're telling something that a man's supposed to say. You know what I'm saying? You could be independent, but how that's going to attract a husband? What I'm trying to say is your husband was in your friend zone.
Flag on the plate.
You should have been married him. You know that, right?
No, flag on the plate. What did you just say?
Your husband is in your friend zone.
He is, but I don't. I'm not the come bring me something to eat. Oh, I need some money. Or I'm not her. And as far as a man, I don't want a man that's going to allow me to control him because I'm very aggressive. I'm very dominant. Yes, I am. So if the man that I want is one that can tolerate me and know how to put me in my place.
So that's a man that can control you. You lost. You want a man that can control you.
You need you a thug.
No, I said no.
You need you a thug when you say that.
Hold on.
Okay.
No. I want you to understand what I'm saying. I'm a very dominant woman. I do my own thing. I do all of that. But I don't want no man. First of all, I don't want no weak man because he's not going to be able to stand me because he feel like I'm too independent. That's first of all. Whatever. Second of all, I don't want no sucker, but I don't want nobody that's going to let me walk all over him. That's a turnoff to me. So it's some men that have came in my life and they just, yeah, okay, baby, off to me. It's not okay. Speak up. You know what I'm saying? Respectively speak up. And if you can't speak up to stand up to me, I won't like you. I won't.
You see, I'm saying something. The friend, the person that's in her friend zone. I'm just using her as an example. Let's say the friend that's in her friend zone. He's not speaking up. He's not doing something that ain't attracted to her. That's what I was telling you. Remember, I tell you that in a previous podcast. I'll tell you how a man is supposed to dominate the relationship. He's supposed to take control.
I agree with you.
But see, the thing is, a woman needs to know her man can lead. If you're allowing me to do everything, that means you can lead. You follow it. I don't want you to follow. I want you to stay. If I did something, or let's say if I want something and you don't agree, say that. If I'm trying to do something and you're disagreeing, I want you to be able to stand up for yourself. Because you know what I look at? If a guy is soft with me within a relationship, I look at that situation. Suppose we're in the streets and something really go wrong. Is this nigga gonna stand here and defend me or defend us or protect us? I look at the man I'm with. Can he protect me? Do I feel safe? Do I know if shit hit the fan right now, I got a rider next to me, or this nigga be grabbing my hand and says, baby, we gotta go. Like that type of stuff I look at. And if I can, and if you don't have a voice within a relationship, you're not gonna have a voice within anything else. And then I don't feel secure. I don't feel like I have a man. I feel like I have like a toy, like just somebody who's there. It's not official.
And then he gonna be mad at you. How do you act like? Because you don't do nothing.
Right.
Can I comment on this?
Yes.
When have you ever heard in the history of men ever wanted a masculine woman?
That's no. It's not masculine.
Answer that for me. When have you ever heard men ask for masculine women?
And that's no, but that's too bad.
Listen, that's too bad. Then
I'm not. Don't get it. But
you said you aggressive. You said you assertive. That's being masculine.
Too bad.
You got to be meek. You have to be meek. You have to be weak. You have to have a little bit of discernment about yourself.
Sure, please.
You got to know your place in a man's life.
You have to allow to let go of the reins sometimes with a relationship.
No. Listen.
Even if you feel like you could overpower it, step back and let that man feel like he got it.
You're out of order. You're out of order. You're out of order. You're out of order. Then let's not talk about Bible. Let's not talk about Christ. You're out of order and out of alignment. Or what Christ talk about.
Thank you. Talking.
Don't have something to say. Go ahead.
From that post, like I said, it works for some type of man. Because I obviously have experience to that as well. Before I met my wife, I was doing those things, but I wasn't getting that return. When I went to college, me and my wife and everything, I saw her on summer orientation, but I saw her everything. I really wasn't into her like that, because I thought, cool, whatever. And I was trying to get her and a friend of mine who was my best man at the wedding to hook up and everything. And so, the fall term comes and everything, we're talking cool. And we would start talking to other people. I was talking to somebody, she was talking to somebody. The chick I was talking to, I found out, she was kind of crazy and everything. And then till I find out was, I thought about my wife then, how she looked up to me, how she enjoys my time and everything. And that was, bingo right there. So you're like, you know what? Let me drop her. Let me talk to my wife about it. I told her I had feelings about her and everything. The guy she was talking to, it wasn't, it wasn't really working like that. And so we got together. And with my wife to this day, I've been married for 2 years, been together for 13, she really looks up to me, and that gives me to do what I need to do for her, and my family in the future and everything. By moving from Miami to LA, she was not cool with it, and I told her like, hey, at the time I proposed to her. I said, hey, let's move to LA. If it doesn't work, we move to Atlanta. The first year she didn't like it, but I just kept building. Building this, at first we lived in a studio, now we live in a luxury apartment and everything. And just to keep her, praising me of being that man and being that role as a husband to do my duties, what I need to do as a man. And that, with our, me and her, we go by gender roles, we might do, 60, 40, 70, 30 and everything. Actually, I talked to my wife, hey, maybe down the road, do you want to be a housewife? We talked about it, I didn't really say, hey, I just gave her an option. I didn't say, hey, you don't need to be a housewife. I just gave her that option and what the benefits of that. And if I make her a housewife, she will be paid. And my wife does have, certain skills of doing that and everything. But, go by that statement, it works for some men, they can do that and they can work out. Some men, it don't. That's my 2 cents on that.
You muted.
You're on mute. You're on mute.
You're muted.
Jordan, was you in your wife's friend zone?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Not at all. And before I met my wife, I was in the friend zone because I thought I could get the girl, but it didn't work out. Until I took to my wife to look really a woman that looked up to me. It's like, because I never experienced that before. That was different.
And that's a pivotal story. But here's the thing: your wife made a choice and founded somebody that represented her and that was going to do that. The point that the issue that I have here sometimes when I hear a lot of women talk and they say get somebody who loves you more, that means that you think beneath of the person you're with. So you can have a consistent person in your life. Love's supposed to be equally. You're not equally yoked if somebody worships the ground you walk on and you just feel like you're just content with being there with them. It doesn't work like that.
I don't think it's no, I don't agree with that. To me, go with the person who loves you is the person who shows you all the right things. Even if they may not embody all the right qualities, the one you should be addressing is the one who shows you what you need as a woman emotionally, intellectually, and not just physically or materialistically. So I don't agree with that. Just because he loves me without conditions doesn't mean he's beneath me. That means he just is more in tune with the needs of a woman and is willing to go the extra mile to please her. Whereas some men, they might be, let's just say, a little bit more financially stable or maybe popular or other different things. So they don't feel the need to go that extra mile for a woman because at the end of the day, if you don't want me, I got 10 other hoes who's willing to get it. So either you take you like what I'm giving you. If you don't like it, you keep it pushing. That kind of attitude. And that guy may stimulate you in ways that the guy who really loves you doesn't. That doesn't make him beneath you. He just may not understand you as a woman or what you're into as the guy you like. And sometimes that happens. You guys, the guy that you want, you might have more in common with, but he's just not there yet.
But let me ask you a question. doesn't it make sense to be with somebody who you know is going to give you marriage, love, and care for you?
I agree. But, some women feel like, okay, maybe they're not ready yet. They want to hang out maybe in time. There's some men who tell you they'll never be married. They end up married.
But
so
why
women
should I
are,
Go
okay.
ahead.
Women are hopeful people. By nature, we are hopeful. We always hope for the best and wish that the best will come out of the situation. So even if that person may not be that type, there are women who feel like, okay, well, he's not that type right now, but maybe later on it'll get there. So
now that's bullshit. That's
bullshit.
I was about to say the same thing.
That's bullshit. Not what you're saying. It's just the whole idea of what a woman.
The idea, it is bullshit. It is bullshit because at the end of the day, you are taking a risk. It's like Russian roulette, hoping for this person to be different. Yeah. And 9 times out of 10, they don't be different. They be exactly who they are today, correct, 10 years from now. However, women do have that wishful thinking that there is a possibility of change. But you have to be a person who is a little wiser, has more understanding of men to know that's not what's going to happen. Whatever you get today is what you're going to get tomorrow, in a year, 2 years from now. That man is not going to change until he's ready to change. No matter what you do, you could cook, clean, flip your legs backwards, do tricks, whatever it is. If he's not going to do it, he's not going to do
it. Let me tell you something. I wanted to touch back with you.
Yeah, Ace is missing. Ace is
yeah. Where she's at?
Oh, I don't know what happened to her. Good question.
Yeah. Yo, Jordan, was you gonna say something? I know you wanted to comment.
No, go ahead. I want to hear you first.
Here's the point with that goes back to my statement where you say women are the worst choice when it comes to picking their mate. You're hopeful, but you already know the person ain't no good. You know what I'm trying to? No, it's like that. Because let me tell you something. When you ask a woman what you like about a person, it's never something tangible. It's always something materialistic or very vain. Now, I'm speaking to the point. I want to take a step back when I say where, because I know you say that that's not true. You might not feel like that. A lot of women who get men who like them a lot think they're beneath, because here's the thing. What she said earlier is the true statement about she doesn't want a man you control. But your husband is the one that loves you the most. He's going to do whatever you want to say because he wants you to be happy. That doesn't make him, oh, you can control him. Why would you look at that as an issue? Women who are not like that love their husbands that will worship and do everything. You should do the same for them. But the problem is the Black community look at these type of men as being weak, as being impotent, as being, oh, he cares for me too much. I had a girl one time said that, oh, this dude too nice. I said, what is it? You want somebody to slap you? You want somebody to, no, for real. Do you want somebody to punch you in your face? Oh, yeah. He lets me do whatever you want. Don't you want that?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
They don't. It's a fantasy. I stated earlier. Everything a woman say is a fantasy that comes out of her mouth. She don't really want that.
But listen, she wants
to dominate everything, every situation.
Listen, but then they start wanting it when they get older. Because you want to know why? When their kids get older and their kids start to fly out the coop and you're an empty nester, you looking around in both of these walls, you say, I need somebody to come warm this bed with me. And it's usually going to be Joe at the corner store.
Facts. I agree.
Because listen here, you squandered all your options in your 40s and 50s.
So now you got to settle for what you get.
You got to settle for what you get.
That was it going. Yep.
That's usually the lawnmower man, and he don't got nowhere to stay.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
That too.
When your husband was in your friend zone, it's the same thing with, I tell dudes, a nigga wife is a fat girl. The girl you was just having sex with and using for sex, that's supposed to be your wife. It's that pepper. It's the pepper who you go have sex with her, you put your thing in her mouth and then say, hey, I don't need you to come on the block. I don't want niggas to see me around you. That's supposed to be your wife. Because she cares about you enough that she cleaned you up and willing to do whatever you want. These are the people who you're supposed to spend your life with. Back in the days, prior before the 70s, people were just marrying each other because it made sense. A lot of women back in the days wasn't marrying pretty boys. They was marrying John at the steel hall. Man, I'm not gonna marry. some nigga who's around here dealing with hoes.
And then also, I want to add that, put it into work. I feel like, around this time, a lot of people start putting in work and setting up relationships, of building themselves and also building a relationship as well.
No, but I kind of disagree with you. The man are putting in the work. It's the woman who has backed down from the work.
No. Men have stopped putting in work, and men have stopped putting in work because women have started making it too fucking easy, and that's the shit that pissed me off. A nigga think he can come, oh, what's up, little mama, or some whack ass lie, like, nigga, who you think I am? Like, there's men out there who just do not feel there's a proper way to approach a woman or feel that they should do certain things. There are men out there who genuinely feel they not finna do all that. That's too much. I'm doing too much. I could go to Keisha up the street, pull up in a whip, and I ain't gotta do shit. And she on it. So at the end of the day, I don't think it's fair to say that. Women allow these men to do that, and that's why they keep doing it.
Go ahead.
Are you talking about the men with options, or are you talking about the men without options? Because the men
it doesn't matter if it's
no, it does matter. Because here's the thing: we're talking about people who you love more than love you. It's the nigga, the one y'all be complaining with. It's the niggas with options. The one who loves you more than you love them, he not gonna do that for you. If you're talking about the guy who's not gonna put any work, that's a nigga with options. That's a dude with options. Even if he's homeless, he feels no. That's a dude with options.
No, I've seen dudes who ain't got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out feel like they ain't got to put in the work. I've seen not to me per se. I've seen it just in general. Men in general, listen, they want to call the shots and have all the pull, but you're not bringing nothing to the table. I just feel like women's standards have lowered so much that even the bums feel like they're entitled to just do whatever they want without any requirements to be a better man. That's not
us.
I'm not saying it's you, but I'm saying is there are.
Where your homegirl at? Where your homegirl at? My bad for cutting you off.
Oh, I just texted her right now. She said she got an important call. She coming.
So irresistible lips. I want to talk to you because I love you. You know what I'm saying? I care about you. Good. I do, man. Because you want to know something. I know our views are a little bit different, but feel me on this, baby. I just want you to take.
I can't stop that sim talk, man.
No. It's not the sim talk because
those are the ones that she put on friend zone, man.
That's a lie. No, that's not true.
Listen.
Nah.
You know how you listen. I see how you look. You look good. I know you don't put some niggas in your friend zone.
No.
Stop lying. Come on, man.
Listen.
Stop lying. Listen, you like get money niggas.
No.
Like niggas who
No.
Like niggas
no. See, that's what I like, that misconception.
Okay.
A person who's, listen, I've been told by men and by women, I come off as intimidating because my personality is strong. And they said my face, my whole demeanor, it just seems like, don't even come to me.
You seem very serious.
Right. I am serious, but I'm the most fun, intriguing. I'm very friendly. Like I'm nothing as my facial expression gives off. So when you say that, it's a very big misconception of me. Okay. Because my husband, my former husband, was none of the above. He wasn't no boss. I ain't meet him with no money. He ain't have no car.
That's 10 years removed. Let's talk about today.
I'm done. Today, I'm a little bit more on a different lane. You have to come with ability. You have to have integrity. You have to be going somewhere. No. I'm not saying you got to come with a bag, but don't just come to me and think you finna mooch off Shanette or let me see what she got to offer. No, because I'm gonna look at you crazy. I ain't got shit to offer. Nigga, I'm broke. That's my mentality.
You do got something to offer. You do got something to offer. You can offer your intelligence to bring me to the next level.
But I'm not putting that out there. You have to show me what you're doing as well. I don't want you to look at my Facebook page or my Instagram page and be like, okay, let me go fuck with her and think like I'm just gonna be some chick that's gonna mess with any kind of Joe that ain't doing shit for himself. Like if you not got nothing going on for yourself, no, you will be friend zone.
Okay.
But even when the man has something going on for himself, he's still in the friend zone.
He's still in the friend zone. Listen, because you want a nigga with swag. You want a nigga with street? Then date a nerd then. Listen. Prove to me. Date a nerd then. Date a nerd then. Date a Jean Baptiste. No. Prove to me. Date a nigga who don't got no swag and who don't got.
I don't do nerd. No. I'm not into the nerd.
Then what are we talking about here then?
But this is not about, but that doesn't mean I won't date an average dude. He don't got to be a nerd.
No, he has listen. Your husband don't got no swag. He can't dress and he ain't no goon.
No. That was before. No, far from that. Okay, my ex-husband.
I'm talking about your husband your husband now.
Ex-husband.
No, I'm talking about your husband now.
The dude I fuck with now, we already talked about that. That's a boss all day, so that's not even any comparison.
Okay.
That's unfair.
That disqualifies you from everything you said today.
No, but at the end of the day, I didn't know who he was. You know how I met dude? Coming to fix my car. He didn't come with no jewelry on. He didn't come dressed. He didn't even come in a raw car. He came in an old Lincoln, a beat up car. So I didn't know nothing. And you know what he told me? He do that on purpose. Because he said ain't no bitches finna come for him for no money because he ain't giving no bitch no money. So at the end of the day, that you can't do that. I did not know the type of person I was fucking with until damn near a year.
You didn't know that, but he's a street nigga, right?
He is I don't want to say a street nigga. He a street nigga, but he that nigga. He's multi-talented. Like when I tell you this dude has multi hats.
That's a man with I'm talking about a friend zone type nigga.
But what I'm saying is he could have been a friend zone.
No, he couldn't have been. Not no nigga with no drip.
When I met him, he had none of the qualities that you would think somebody of his stature has. He didn't come to me like that. He didn't meet me in the club or on the street dressed up. He met me with shorts, a shirt, and slides on.
So when you seen him, was you attracted to him?
No, it was nothing like that. I wasn't looking at him like that. I was just looking at the guy who's doing my card. That's it. But as we got to speak, we had a lot of things in common. And then he asked me, he's like, hey, you like pool? Yeah, I like pool. We went to the pool hall and that was it. After that, we clicked and we just
you had to see something in him to go on a date with him. Like that's what I'm saying.
I just told you, we spoke. When we spoke, we had a lot in common.
Did you find him attractive? Did you see yourself you could sleep with him?
Yes.
Thank you. We're done here today.
How we done?
No, because you're disproving everything that we're talking about.
How am I disproving it?
Because you want to know this is somebody that you like. This is not a nigga that was in your friend zone. I didn't like him from jump. No, it is not a nigga. You didn't make him go through the ringer. He didn't have to go through none of that. You say you find out he had bread. This is not a friend zone type nigga.
No. I didn't find out he had bread. I knew nothing about him.
I understand that. We're talking about the guys who get run, who are second place. The Jean Baptiste.
I don't think he would get second place.
No, he won't. Because you're dealing with somebody. You're dealing with somebody who purposely disguised himself. As a bum. He does that on purpose because he has options. I've done that before. I play broke. I play super broke. I come with sneakers that are leaning.
You so stupid.
Preach. No, but that's how you gotta be.
That's how you gotta be. When you listen, that's how you gotta be. Because when you know a woman is materialistic, you use that against her. We're looking for real, meek, submissive, wife type woman. And the niggas in the friend zone are husband material already. Y'all don't want that half the time. Y'all put these niggas on the back burner and then ask them to play the game after the game is almost over. Why should a man deal with you after you gave the best years of your life to a double D John?
You know what?
Think about that. Does the man get the best?
I agree. That's not always the circumstances.
There's not, but it's most of the time. Women are mad at men with money who can have options because they can go and get the best anytime. A man with some cash, he can replace his wife 6 times. Because a lot of women are materialistic. Mind you,
again, that goes back to what I said.
Listen,
make it easy. You think if a multimillionaire had to put in the work, whether he had money or not, he will be willing to change women that often? No, it's because of how easy women make it for men with money.
So
you know what's the crazy part? I make it harder for men with money because I feel like you think you could just get over and do me any kind of way because you got it. So I'm a person, I go the opposite way. Like, nigga, you're not finna use your money to think like this is a free ride. Like it don't work that way.
But then go ahead.
Go ahead.
My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Then why the guys who don't get, why the guys without money who are in the friend zone, why can't they get that time from women who clearly are better husbands?
I can't answer for everybody.
Answer that for me, because it hurts me. It hurts me.
You sound bad, man.
Listen, because let me tell you something. Shanette, let me tell you something. I used to be a real sweet person. I I was wet behind the ears. I used to want to buy flowers. I used to want to bring lunch to your job. But then I know that I wasn't thug enough for a lot of them. Then I know that my drip wasn't hard enough.
He's so
it's not about the drip.
Yeah. My drip wasn't hard enough. Then I know I was a taxi. Then I know I was driving women to go have sex with their boyfriends.
What? How can you?
But that's a true story. That's a true story. He's not.
How can you play too much?
That's a true story.
That's a true.
That's a true story. That's a true story.
I would have picked that hoe up and act like I was dropping her in the middle of the boondocks just for.
How would you know you a good person? How would you know you're not advancing her for sex? These are the things that the niggas in the friend zone get. These are the things that the nigga who love you more than you love them do. Why they're not getting picked to be husband, but you go deal with a nigga, you go deal with Pookie and Ray Ray. Why we're not being picked? We're actually the better husbands. We're actually better to raise your kids. The kids that you have with them fuck niggas.
I don't agree.
Matter of fact,
you sure about that?
Matter of fact, I can't. I'm gonna throw a curve out.
There are men who are dirtbag to women, but they're damn good daddies. I can't take that. I can't agree with that.
Let's not deviate from it. Let him say a statement so I can.
No, I was gonna say even today, the woman that's married, you'll see there's still the guy would do everything. He'll make sure the bills are taken care of, make sure the woman's catered to. She would still have another nigga on the side. They're doing total opposite. Because I was telling you, women is just like the illusion of, this.
Or maybe she's not being fulfilled. Maybe she's missing the excitement. Maybe the guy is too boring. Maybe he doesn't take enough initiative.
Your husband's supposed to be boring.
So
that is your husband.
My thing is, why would you marry that thing?
Thank you.
I think a lot of women get married for security. It might be something about that person that provides them security, whether it be financially or whatever the case is, because I've seen that a lot. I see a lot of women get with guys because it's security or to know that they have somebody. But at the end of the day, that man does not provide all the things that they truly want, which is why you end up doing everything else that you're doing.
See, that's why I tell men today, I tell men today straight up, everybody in my account, tell them women straight up. Start with the BS, start with all the lovey duck. Tell the woman straight up, because this is the end result. And this is why I like Shanette, because Shanette goes in, she tell you the.
She does. She keep it real. She keep it real. And Shanette, I know you might not be like that. I know you're a little bit different, but there's a lot of women who do take these guys for granted. We're talking about plenty of good husbands. You know who appreciate these friend zone dudes? That the guys who love more than you love them, the guys that love you more than you love them, the Hispanics and white girls are taking them by the bundles.
Yep.
Because you want to know what? Go ahead.
Let me ask you something. So you don't agree some of the most thuggest, hardest, even the dudes that, hell no, I'm not getting married, or no, I'm not being committed to no chick. You don't agree at one point in time they were the dude that might have considered the friend zone guy. They catered, they did everything a girl would want, but they got burned, and now they X all that out.
Yeah, of course, I agree.
Oh, of course, you
so
have
it's not just. Sometimes you have to look at a dude's history to understand. I see a dude was in a relationship for 16 years. Girl didn't have to work, paid and did everything. And I don't mean a basic lifestyle. I mean a pretty decent lifestyle. Didn't want for nothing. Dude got locked up, did his time. While he was gone, somewhere along in his bid, girl double crossed with somebody on the team, off the team, whatever the case may be. He found out, and now it's fuck all you hoes. And that was a damn good guy. And he wasn't a friend zone type of dude. He was a street nigga. But guess what? Because of what she did after he gave her 16 years of loyalty because he had to do a 5-year bid, now I understand it. You did all of that and you had to do 5 years. I gave you 16. You couldn't hold down for 5. And so now it's like, if I would have bitch for 16 years and she crossed me, what you hoes gonna do? And I don't even know you from a can of paint. So fuck everybody. So then what as a woman do you do with a situation like that? Because you know you're not like that. You know you will never do that. But how do you convince a man? How can you be the woman for a guy who's been crossed like that? So now you're looking at him as the double D John, but really he was that friend zone personality kind of dude, even though he may not have fit that criteria because he was a street dude, but he did what the friend zone dude was doing.
I want to comment on this. I'm going to tell you something. What you're talking about is an anomaly. A lot of you women fantasize, even high class and lower class women fantasize about being with gangsters, and they want them to be a gangster and a gentleman. That doesn't always happen. There's more good men than a small number of gangster type guys. The issue is women fantasize about being with gangsters, and they fantasize about this lifestyle of trips and a nigga who's hard and then a nigga who punch. Average men, most men, fight or flight, will protect their woman. We're not all gangsters.
Right. I know that.
We know. This is a point I want to get. But women want the gangster and the gentleman, which is an oxymoron. Now, here's the thing. It is. So women look at nice, good men who don't have swagger. That's why a woman who's a lawyer will have a baby with a nigga who's a convicted felon. Because of the swagger, not the type of person he is. We're regular men here. You're talking about a guy who went to jail. He's not none of us. That's not a regular guy. That's somebody who was in the streets. And he's an anomaly if he was, you got certain street niggas who are committed and who don't cheat, but that's a small number. That's a small number. Go ahead.
Hey, Hakeem, for gangsters, do you think women look at them as like a very high alpha or something like that?
100%. Listen, they use that as the benchmark of a protector. But let me tell you something. A lot of white guys are not gangsters, but they're considered protectors and providers. Them niggas, some of them can't even bust a grape half the time. But the women that are with value and worship these men. So I've never met a Hispanic or a white girl, unless she's on the other side of the fence, who want a gangster type dude.
But remember, you gotta understand something. All black women are being infiltrated and are being indoctrinated by hip hop music, society itself. So they take it more into it than any other culture and any other race. That's why they're having such a hard time with these type of men, the man in the friend zone, because they see the guy that on the little baby video, he juried out, he gangster out. Oh, that's an image of a man. You don't see the man like going to business meeting, the man that's always having conversation with other men about how to build things within the community. Those men are being shunned down. They're being overlooked.
I'm gonna give you an example. I know 3 brothers. They're 3 Haitian guys. They was in a church. None of the girls wanted to ever talk to them because they wasn't hood like that. Listen to me. One of them owned his own security company. He's with a Colombian. The other one is a doctor. He's with a Colombian. And you know what I mean? It's so funny. I seen one of them the other day, and there was a girl we talked about. We was good. He said, "Man, I really wanted to talk to her, but she told me I was too nice." And that particular girl had a baby, had 2 kids from a guy that's doing 15 years in prison. He's been in jail since we've been in high school.
Wow.
Well, I don't believe every woman is looking for a gangster. I wasn't looking for a gangster.
Oh Lord Jesus.
What?
You listen, you're not listen, you're not like that. I know you're not like that.
I know, but I don't think every woman is either, because there's women who date totally not even blue collar, but like, office men. Like, I don't think everybody's looking for a gangster. I think everybody's looking for security. They're looking for somebody that can have longevity, or in the event shit hits the fan, they're going to be able to hold it down.
You see, the thing about it is, sweetheart, that you say security. If a woman really was looking for security, then she won't date a nigga with 6 felonies.
But I want to tell you, not that, but I want to tell you, I want to say, statistically, it speaks that marital affairs is up by 24%.
You can't. I don't think you should judge that, because there's a lot of multimillionaires who had a rap sheet out this world.
You see, you coming back to the whole gangster that give these guys praise. You're talking about a small percentage of them.
I know.
You're talking about a minuscule small percentage. The amount of good men who are not gangster that are flourishing supersedes the gangster niggas. These guys, you're talking about 2 to 3 guys who straighten they act up. Most of them are the reason we have a lot of fatherless houses here.
Mm-hmm.
They should not be praised. A lot of women like them because they like the lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, I stated earlier, they see that as an image of a man.
You see, that's the benchmark.
They don't see him as an image.
That's the benchmark. A nigga who goes to work ain't never bust a grape, he'll be laughed at. This is what I'm telling you, where when your homegirl was talking about the guy that showered her with love, he probably wasn't no thug. He probably was just a regular guy who probably was typically a hood nigga, but not no gangster, but kept to himself, probably smoked Black and Miles and sat in front of his house and drunk beer.
And this is my idea. That's why I say man should not be women with friends. And I stand on that. Ooh. Man should not be friends with women. It just doesn't work.
What do you mean men should not be friends with women, and what aspect?
If we finna date, we finna date. Point blank, period. Or we gonna grow, we finna grow.
Oh, okay.
You hear what I'm saying? Because we friends and you have me in the friend zone for 20-some years, and then later on we like,
it doesn't work.
I always like you always like to be.
And then you putting out, and at the end of the day, like, I don't want you no more.
Okay,
I got you.
Get out. Just throw it away.
Listen, it is disgusting the way women use men non-sexual energy for their own selfish greed. But
that's the man's fault, though, Hakeem. Because
it is the man's fault. This is why I agree with you when you say that you should not be friends with a bunch of women, because they're gonna use you so you can get them sauced up, so the nigga, so they can go get beat up by they nigga.
That why Shanae can't stand me, because I'm straightforward. I tell her straight up. You get what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be straight up. Like, hey, Ma, I think you sexy. You get what I'm saying? I want you to be mine. That's it.
This is why I don't want no man who loves a woman more than you love them to be with them. Find somebody who loves you the way you love them. Don't give these girls the opportunity to fix the mistakes that they made. Let them be with the double D, John.
So deep.
No. Let them, because you want to know why? You had a baby from Pookie and Ray Ray, so you should need to live in your goal. You should not be with a man that's going to give you a good marriage in years. You gave your best years to Pookie. You gave your womb to Pookie. You gave your womb to Pookie.
Why couldn't it be that he just didn't come around soon enough, so that's all she had?
No, he was in the friend zone. You didn't like him. You said he smelled. You said his shoes wasn't clean. He had yellow in his teeth.
What you want the girl to do?
Listen. You said he was boring. Most marriages that last are boring. They're mundane. It's a routine.
I agree. Not necessarily.
No. Chichi, no. The stuff that these girls. Listen, the stuff that these girls want. I'll give you an example. We about to get this out the bag, and a lot of girls, y'all gonna hear this. Y'all ain't gonna like this.
Good.
Average families go on trips 2 times a year.
Facts.
We don't got the bag to take you to Dubai every other week, to go here, to go there, so you can post pictures on Instagram. Real men who work, Real men who work with their kids, they save up their money for one major trip.
That's true.
True.
A lot of women are in these fantasy worlds thinking that we are rappers here. No, we do not have the money.
Right.
But let's keep it real. Most rappers don't even got money like that.
But even though somebody doesn't have the money, that doesn't make them bad, because a woman could step into a man's life and elevate it. And see,
there we go. There we go. You see, here's why I have an issue with that. There's always that conversation where women's gonna come and elevate us, like we haven't been elevated, like we haven't been progressive.
No, I mean, I think.
No, listen.
It's not about not progressing. We're talking about a man who might have been stagnant, or he might want to bust moves. He just don't know what route. He may not have the right connection.
What if he's comfortable where he's at? What if he
might be? But guess what? There's some dudes who's comfortable, but if they run into the right bitch who's in their bag or working really hard, they get uncomfortable. And now they look at it like, okay, this shit not too good no more. Now I got to step my shit up. So it could go either way. I've seen that.
You know why I have an issue? Because I hear a lot of women say, oh, a woman going to come into a man's life and make him better. I always wonder about that.
I always
wonder, because you want to know why. It's like putting ourselves on these pedestal like we was lost before you came here.
No, it's about being your backbone and your support system to whatever that is you trying to bust a move on. I got you. Let's do this. It has nothing to do with a pedestal. It's just a matter of how can she support? How can she support you?
No, but look, you say support, so that means even in the aspect of money. So if your man come to you like, hey, Chanel, I need a couple of $1,000 because I'm trying to build up this business, you're supposed to be in support system and give him that money.
Agreed. I've done that.
Here's the thing that I want to, just to get back to that. The relationships that women dream about, it's a fantasy. The relationships that are real, if you want to see what a real relationship, go look at what your grandma and mama did. See how that worked. It's not perfect. Nothing's supposed to be perfect. No. But women want you to walk on water. I can't be Jesus. I'm only supposed to follow him. You far from being a Proverbs 31 wife. I'm far from being an Ephesians 5 husband. But we striving to do that together.
Mm-hmm.
So the issue is that with women tend to put the blame on men that the relationships are not there. There has to be a consensus conversation about it. Because you want to know why? Women want this fantasy type lifestyle. White men don't even have that type of lifestyle. They want that these women that are Black women dream about, that they post and they make comments about and stuff like that. White men don't even, and the women that they're with are team fucking players. I've never heard a white woman in my life ever said, I'm coming to elevate my man's life. Lord Jesus.
No, listen,
I've never heard a white woman say that. No, I've never heard. I'm just telling you the truth. I've never.
That's not going into relationships.
No. I've never heard a white woman say that. I've never heard a Hispanic woman say that. I'm just being real with you.
That's because they ass ain't bringing nothing to the goddamn table. They coming into the relationship because you gonna take care of it.
Don't get in trouble. No, listen. Let me tell you something.
I love dating white girls. I can't really
listen. Your woman's supposed to be your inspiration.
Okay, and if I can inspire you, isn't that elevating you? If I can inspire you, isn't that a form of elevation? Yes.
No, listen, not you.
Don't take the word in context when somebody says elevate you.
I'm not. Listen, let me tell you something. Not you. Not you. I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about a statement that you say that I've heard before. The way certain our women that we love so much, the way they talk, like they took us from the ashes and raised her up like Saint Lazarus.
No, I can't vouch for that one.
No,
I've not heard any women talk.
No, not you. But that's how it sounds like. That's how it sounds like. The only reason why I made that statement because I've been around different races. I've been blessed to been around different types of women and hear they talk and stuff like that. I've seen the Mexican. Listen, you know what I'm trying to say? We love our women. We know we can't live without y'all. We are team players. We know that you are our backbone, but the conversation has to be different. The conversation has to benefit you and me. Listen, I know that I need you and you need me. We're not in a battle here, but sometimes it feels like that.
Right.
This is why I told your homegirl the other day, when have you ever met a man with money who needs a woman that is assertive and aggressive? When have you ever met a man who ever asked for that? Who has money? Are white women assertive and aggressive with their men? Or Hispanic women like that? And I know I'm bringing other races, but I'm just saying it's a consensus where they say men are scared of these type. Our black men are, we don't
Now,
need
can
it.
I ask you something?
Go ahead.
Do you think it would be a fair statement to say that women who are a little bit more dominant and aggressive could be attributed to the fact that they did not have a man, let me say a man, a father figure in their life to provide that dainty side? When you're loved by a man, it kind of it teaches you to be what you say, assertive and more feminine, versus if you didn't have a man to show you that love, to make you feel that princess and let you know you don't gotta fight everybody. You don't gotta go so hard because I got you. It then flows over to your adult life. So now you didn't have anybody to give that to you. So now you feel like it's you against the world and you have to build that hard exterior and be aggressive to a certain level.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, yeah, that plays a part. But also, I always tell Hakeem and Jordan is a man's destiny on this earth to correct a woman and to mold a woman into what he desires her to be. That's his job. That's his purpose in life.
Okay,
so,
but now if there was no man there,
you now become that man to give her the leadership and the mentorship that you want her to be for you.
Okay, I need Jordan to comment on this because she did say something real pivotal. And Jordan's going to talk about this because he's married. You are right.
Yeah, he's married.
When you have a woman who lacks a father in a home, it shows compared to a woman who had a father. If a woman is the first man you're going to ever be under the submission is your dad. And if you can't work well with your father, or if you have a negative opinion about him, every man after that you will never respect.
Mm-hmm.
And Jordan's I'm gonna let Jordan talk for himself because he could say his wife. And I want to ask Jordan, like you're in a relationship with a magnificent woman who was raised by her dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think your marriage would have been good if your wife was aggressive and assertive?
No, because I would have left a month or so. I would have left because I don't play that.
You see, you don't play that. So why is it that women want us? Why is it that do you have to you give your wife anything she wants, right?
Yeah.
You're nice to her, you're sweet to her. Has she ever told you you was too nice?
No.
Did she ever said that you allow her to walk all over you?
No.
Why do women state that it's an issue? That's why when I hear women like her homegirl said, I wish she was here to defend herself. It sounds like you want a gangster. It sounds like you can't be with a nerd who want to love on you the way you're supposed to. What's wrong? And the fact of the matter is the hatred that certain these women have for their fathers, it's hard for them to get a man to love on you, to worship the ground you walk on, to make you feel special, because you want that from your daddy so bad, you can't get it. So all men are trash. I hurt for some women, Lord Jesus. I hurt for them. Because the men that you pass up, the good, sweet guys that you pass up, the Pokemon wearing draws, anime watching niggas, them niggas.
It be you.
No, listen, you know what I'm saying? Because you want to know why? They love and care for you more than you care for your own self. Think about that. It's a lot of our sisters out here that's supposed to be married, but they can't find it in their place to be submissive to a man because they hate what they have for their fathers. Go back to your father. Go back to your father, black woman, and get right. So your husband is waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to be aggressive. You can't be a man for me too. It can't be two niggas wearing pants here in a relationship. You need to put on a dress. I need to see the wind blow like with Marilyn Monroe. I'm being real. This is Miami is full of aggressive women. I would, if I didn't know no better, it's thugs and skirts.
Yeah, it's true.
Because the men are weak. The men are weak.
No,
remember
it's
the way
no,
nature.
I don't think it has
the way nature plays its part. If both society are weak, somebody has to be masculine here. Women choose to take that role. The men are weak.
It's not the men are. It's not the men are weak. It's the
man is weak. The man is weak. I'm being honest. The man is weak.
Okay, then if the man is weak, then they had some weak ass daddies because they the one that raised them or didn't raise them.
Of course, remember women say that all the time. When you ever get into argument, well, of course you never dated a woman, but when you date women, when you get in an argument, they always say that your daddy's weak, your parents raised you is weak because the man is weak. It's a fact. Man today not stepping up. Like we having the conversation right now. Man today don't even know how to love a woman right.
Listen,
that's why we having this conversation now.
You're right. Listen, John Smith in the comments said, even if the white woman is a breadwinner, she is still submissive. I didn't say that. Irresistible lips. Irresistible lips. That's one of the people in the comments said that. That's somebody in the comments said that.
I don't. Yeah, it's not all of them. I agree with you.
I'm gonna have to
come from, but that's not all of them.
I'm gonna have to agree with him sometimes. I lived around white folks for 11 years. I seen how some of these women their husbands are painters, and they're in it. I'm working so my husband can have health care so he can further his dream. I'm like, what? I say one of my queen would be like, nigga, you better go out there and go get a job. Fuck what you painting. You know what?
I'm gonna agree with Ronnie real quick because the people that you've been with Hakeem, they were raised by traditional type of families.
Yes.
Some white women who are independent, who hasn't been raised into some families, they're not gonna do that. Gonna be they might be submissive, but they're gonna be tired of it. Long time.
There's a lot of white feminists. There's a lot of white women that are feminists. I'm gonna agree with you on that. I was particularly in a town where it was a lot of people were married there, and I was enabled to interact with different type of people. So I seen what it looked like where women who were in power positions and they still were submissive to their husbands. You feel me?
But remember, keep it in mind, you say powerful people, powerful because they have money. I would say not all of them. I promise you.
Listen,
all of them are submissive. Remember, the feminine woman came from the white people. It didn't come from black.
It did, but it didn't affect everybody but black women accept feminism as their own movement, preaching like black men are oppressive. We ain't never oppress you.
No, because remember is because remember I told you women are more influenced by society. They feel whatever society give them. That's how they see the world is. It's by society. See, men are more logical, women are more emotional. Don't get me wrong, women are logical too in some aspect. But when it comes to this society and this world, man's supposed to be logical. But now what happened is men now became so emotional. Women played that role of being the logical people. That's what's going on. That's why I say men today are weak. And I'm going to keep saying it because man has to hear that so we get somewhere better, somewhere higher than what we are now today. That's the only way society will change when men become strong again, especially the black man. The black man now became weak. I promise you on that.
You want to know something? I feel you. I just think that it's crazy because your homegirl missed a bunch of key points, and I would have loved to hear where she came from.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I could tell that she was coming from a place of hurt. I could tell that. You know what I mean? I could tell that her saying that I got my own, I got this going to that doesn't attract men. I'm just being real with you. Like you can have 1,000 objects. That doesn't mean a man will want to be with you. You might get a beta male who wants somebody with a little bit of money, but you being feminine and having a cookbook is what's gonna make me want to be holler at you. So I would have wanted to talk to her, to see where her mindset was at. Or
Oh, she's definitely that chick. She's a cooker. She's a family person.
But she said she was aggressive.
She is, but she's very feminine. She cooks every damn day.
I don't see then why she ain't cooking now.
You so stupid.
You know what I mean?
Like
this,
she didn't already cook. It's Sunday.
Listen, she didn't fix me a plate.
I'm so damn.
Oh, here we go.
You know what I mean? Like she didn't fix me a plate. But this is what I'm trying to say. Like you could say just because you have acts, just because you do acts of it, that has to be your personality.
It is.
The way she was talking, if I didn't know no better, I needed to be scared.
But remember, even in her conversation, you even stated you're like, most of the guys she come across are weak. That's why I keep saying. She said that's why I'm aggressive, because the guys are weak. That's why.
Let me ask you a question. Is she confusing weak for nice?
Yes, I've been saying.
No, she's not confusing it. It's weak because how Tanya is, if she can walk all over you, automatically you X'd out.
Let me ask you a question. Why would a woman walk all over a man that's willing to do for her? Doesn't that mean she has a psychological problem?
No, I think she looks at it more like if you can't stand up your for yourself. Like for instance, she's very easily irritated, right? So let's just do something. Let's just say you do something that drives her insane and she snaps. If you sit there quiet and let her just snap and you don't have a rebuttal or say anything, she just looks at it like you're just gonna let her do whatever she wants.
No, that means that she needs therapy. Because real people who talk and say, "Hey, John, you're getting on my nerves, babe. What am I doing?" Like, listen, if you snapping and you talking like an animal, then you're an animal. But if you talk to me like a normal person, we're normal people here. Yeah, well, I'm gonna get on your nerves. Hey, babe, just stop it.
You're so silly.
But if she want to talk to me like we back on 60 seconds, so then I'm gonna say, "Shut your ass up. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want."
She might actually like it.
Thank you. Bro, Jeanette, that's why I love you, man. I've been saying that from the get-go. I don't know why I can't.
She might actually listen, dog.
Jeanette be listening to me. You know what I've been saying? I've been giving out game the whole time. I've been giving out game, man.
I'm done.
I just love her right now, man. She just gave out game, man. I've been saying that. I said, it's a man's job to put a woman in her place. Shut the fuck up.
Tanya might actually.
Why would I want to do that? Why can't I say, babe, can you stop it?
No, I wouldn't even want that.
No black woman.
No,
black woman, you gotta take the devil out of her. You gotta take the devil out of her. You gotta rebuke her. You get what I'm saying?
No,
well, maybe that's what she wants. Maybe she needs somebody to help her get rebuked.
No, listen.
Thank you.
Why do I need to be Prince Hakeem? Why can't I just be John Rose? Babe, stop it. Stop it, babe.
You're a prince, you're a king. A king rebuked.
Babe, don't worry. I'm going to take you to 7-Eleven for your ice cream. Just let me watch this game.
And now that I can't.
Just you want me to say, can't you just sit your ass down and just let me finish my show?
No,
God damn you, bother. Did you need that?
Black man got a power. We can get a black woman a look. She will be quiet. I promise you.
I don't want to have.
Look, she will just be quiet.
I don't want to be a.
I promise you on that.
I need to be a lion when it's time for me to protect you, not in my house.
Right? Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Like, not in my house. I don't have to be that. You know what I mean? And listen here, a lot of black women who date out their race, they're men that they're dating out their race are not lions. Like, they're not lions.
No,
they're just regular guys who are willing to pick up the police after they get slapped. Call the cops. Call the cops. Babe, are you okay? Babe, don't fight him. I'm going to call the cops.
I'm done. That's a lie. That's a lie.
I'm a type of person. You better call the cops. I'm about that action. Hurry up.
You see what I'm saying? like a nigga going to city down stomp niggas today. You feel me? But like, you know what I mean? We're hybrids. We're hybrids. We're hybrids. We're half thug, half amazing. You feel what I'm saying? But a lot of our guys, our Jean Baptistes are not like that. Our Shannons are not like that. Our Sharons are not like that. These guys are willing to call the police like they did, like productive citizens. But we just want them to get married. We want the thug girls to get into their feminine place So these, because we have a lot of good husbands for them. Get you a cookbook. This is the first thing a lot of you women who are very aggressive. Get you a cook. Matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do, Shanette, and I want you to help me with this. Hello, Shanette, are you there?
She's on mute.
She's on mute. Go ahead.
I hear you.
I want you to help me with this. I'm going to build a grammar school for women in Miami. I'm going to build a feminine school for women in Miami, top to bottom, to prepare you to marry the nigga in your friend zone, and for you to leave the double D John Johns alone. Leave them for Keisha. Leave them for Keisha and Larice. If you want to get married, I got a bunch of nice guys that are married, but you have to be feminine. You have to know, you have to have your cookbook, and you have to love God, and you have to be family oriented. Because a lot of you women ain't family oriented. Because y'all cuss your mama out all the time.
And that's the case. That's the case. That's gotta be a 4 or 5 year type of program, because that takes time. That takes time. We're just gonna get the basics. Right. How to talk to a man when you speak to us. We're gonna pull certain scenarios where we're gonna have a makeshift place. When a man walks inside the house, he's gonna look to see if the house is clean, and he's gonna sit down to say, "Hey babe, how you doing today? How was your day at work?" And it was all right. Are you hungry? You want me to bring you something to eat? Not nigga, ain't you a human like me? Can't you go get your own food? No, that's why we need a feminine school for women here in Miami. I'm gonna build it from the ground up. Ladies, if you support me, the Cash App, the Venmo is there. I'll get you married. I'm in LA too.
Let's be realistic. How many Miami women are they going to be humble enough to say, yeah, this applies to me, I need it?
No, a lot of women are, because you want to know why? The time is ticking. And a lot of women can't blame men for not them getting married. It's their actions. Because let me tell you something. We know, I literally have a phone book of dudes who I know that are not married. They're not just the thug type, but you need to prepare yourself to be with a man like that. Miami women have to be humble. And you want to know something? I'm going to say something that might get, I'm going to say something that's going to get a lot of women mad. In this feminine school, I'm going to have a white and a Hispanic woman in there and an African woman. Because you want to know why? Culture plays a big part in relationships. Because you want to know why? Without culture, thank you. Without culture, you don't, certain people don't know how to treat people. Now, there's like in going to other people's country, a Cuban woman culturally, a Dominican woman culturally, even Jamaican women culturally cater to their men in Jamaica. They just loud talking, but they go and cook and clean.
And also, I can want to add, and going through our history as well, back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, how we was married in a higher rate in our Black community. How we support each other with the civil rights movements and everything, all that type of stuff as well. And also having our own businesses too and everything. Man having his own business, while the wife, either working part-time or she take care of the kids as well.
That is true. And this is the stuff we got to do. But here's another big factor in feminine school that I'm going to tell you. Your husband's sex game ain't the best. I hear a lot of shit.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Listen. Your husband's sex game is not the best. The guy who you friend zone, his sex game is not the best, but he is your partner for life. A lot of women don't want to agree with that. The nigga who got the best sex game is Pookie and Ray Ray. He can back that wall up for you anytime you need, but he's gonna make you a single mom. I guarantee you that. So I'm just talking. And listen here. If you want a man to accept you and your kids, he's in your friend zone. I'm quiet because I want you to stir that in your mind. Listen, your fat supervisor at Ross who says, hey, you need a ride home sometime? Hey, how the kids are doing? And you said, boy, why he always sweating me? That's your husband.
And also, my thing about Hakeem is like with that, even the greatest sex in is good, but what are they doing outside to build their resources and everything? Because
thank you.
Respect of resources, what you're doing out there of networking, and try to build and everything.
Try to build, yeah. Mm-hmm. Your co-worker who got smelly socks, his credit is good. That he brings spam to work to eat, and he doesn't like to buy out, he doesn't buy lunch out, and you always say, boy, go get you some new clothes. His credit's good and his bank account is full.
And zero debt, zero.
That old man who be running behind you, the 50-year-old said, girl, you look nice. Are you hungry? And he always buy you plates. That's your husband too. Because listen, you're too advanced to deal with a nigga your age. A lot of you women are. That's another conversation, age gap dating. A lot of women don't understand. Y'all friend zone older niggas who can mold you and save your life.
Because I want to add, women, they it takes us slowly to develop and everything. We develop kind of slow. Well, not saying not develop, but it takes time for us to build and everything. While women, they accelerate a little bit better. That's why they're a little bit more smart than us than in our 20s or in our 30s. It takes a man of time, really in his 30s and 40s, to really look at everything. What he has, what he's trying to build, and what he needs to do, to build his life and build his relationship or marriage or whatever.
You said something real pivotal. I want you to reiterate that. Most men don't hit their financial strive until their 40s. That goes for white men too, unless the white man comes from a good family. Most black men, when they really get themselves together, is after their 40s. They start to get things together. They start to get businesses together. Shit, nigga, I went to jail. I went to jail, but I was a good guy. I was a real good, nice, sweet, wet behind the ears, emotional tampon type nigga. I want you to look at me. Just because my glasses is pink don't mean I'm sweet. Not now. I used to before.
Hakeem, you wearing pink glasses, Jesus?
No, it's actually peach.
Oh.
So you know what I mean? So this was a good conversation because at the end of the day, I don't want guys to feel like they're second place, and I don't want women to feel like they're second place. And I sympathize for a lot of women, because I know women hurt more than men. Men, we can get hurt, we'll deal with it sometimes, but I know women, especially women who are a little bit more overweight, who are mainly used for sex with a lot of the guys they like, the guys who are popular, the guys with a little bit of money, they'll fuck you, but they won't marry you. Understand that there's also somebody you have friend zoned that you probably looked at him and said that, hey, his dick probably wouldn't even fit in me. Why would I even talk to him? You know what I mean? Listen. Go ahead.
Now I want to say I do want to clarify the fact that I know you always say women that's overweight, but a woman overweight, I'm not gonna lie, they're now making 6 figures, while the man's still making 40K a year.
That doesn't even matter. They still not getting married.
Mm-hmm. They're not even getting dated.
They're not even. You see what I'm saying? They're not even getting picked. Mm-hmm. Look at Gabrielle Sobier. Look at Gabrielle Sobier. She had to rent her a white boy. What's her name? Gabrielle Setabe?
Yeah.
She went and got her a broke white boy. Lord Jesus. A broke white boy.
But she's still getting married though.
And Lonnie Love too.
But guess what? She's a sugar mama. That's the only way she ends up working out. They end up being sugar
but remember what I told you, if a woman find a man that, remember you even said it earlier, if a woman find a man that she supports, she won't spend money on him. Remember,
but listen, why she had to go do that?
That's different. It's not support him. She's literally supporting him.
No, she is. But It's enough brothers out here who would have clearly been with her.
Mm-hmm.
It's enough brothers out here who have good jobs that would have clearly been with her. They probably wouldn't make no money, but the fact is they're in that lifestyle. They wanted somebody good. Lizzo in the same too. She had to rent her a skinny nigga. Rent. He didn't go there willingly. Same thing. I want to mention this girl's name, but I don't want her to attack my YouTube channel. She's a boss chick. The nigga she's with is broke.
Mm.
He had them clean the nigga up and put a turban on him.
Mm.
But the thing is, I'm not really mad at those women doing that because I think that's a woman's job anyway.
But let me ask you a question. You got money.
But wait, pause. Wouldn't that be a form of elevation?
No, that's not a form of elevation.
How? If you said she came in and cleaned that nigga up and put a turban on him, she just elevated him.
No, but you said
she
you
just put him on.
No. Listen. You a boss chick. Why can't you get the nigga with money? Why can't you attract the nigga? Why can't you attract the nigga with money?
We just had this conversation when you were talking with Tanya. Maybe she's too aggressive.
No.
Maybe because she's independent, she don't know how to be submissive.
Let me ask you a question. A lot of women lead off with their money. The ones who lead off with their money be the most single. Why can't you get a nigga in your...
It's the truth. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Why can't
I'm not going to even compete. Yeah.
Thank you. Get the same nigga that make the same amount of money. He's not looking at you. He's fucking a cocktail waitress. He's marrying the cocktail waitress.
I understand the aspect of single. Single to me means they're not married, but I guarantee they're smashing somebody at the end of the day.
No. Listen, it's some get money niggas that'll smash a boss chick. It's some get money niggas that'll sodomize you.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, marriage is only an American thing. There's other cultures, they don't even care. Yeah. They be having multiple women not even married. You get what I'm saying? So my aspect, you see, I don't highly preach marriage here too much because I understand the society we live in today. Nobody cares for marriage anymore. No, nobody already been.
Listen, your friend zone dudes care about marriage.
Shit, friend zone dudes think about sex.
No. Listen,
that's not true.
No.
Friend zone ain't getting none.
No, he's not getting none.
He ain't getting none, Ron.
And listen, to be honest,
but you don't know how to say it. But listen, that's what he cares about. He cares about sex. You want to have
no, that's not true.
Listen,
sometimes it's a companionship.
Listen, you should be throwing it back for your friend zone. He should be the first person. No, for real, he should be the first person that should get it, even if you don't want to, because you want to. That man loves and worships the ground you walk on.
True.
Why you think guys love being in the friend zone? Because they know pretty soon there's gonna be an opportunity for him to have sex with you.
Basically. I don't think a friend zone dude wants to be in the friend zone. I think they tolerate the friend zone in hopes they get out the friend zone, but it's not for sex. Ron, stop it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Friend zone dudes are not getting it. If they was getting it, they wouldn't give a damn about being in your friend zone.
That is true. That is true.
I say they're waiting for the opportunity to get it. They're
waiting
for the
opportunity
to have an argument with the boyfriend you with or your husband you with, so they come into your pants.
Stop it.
I know dudes that do it. That's what I'm saying.
Then those are the definitions of what you were saying, weak.
I agree, but I'm saying they're doing it. Jeanette,
okay.
Right now that's in your friends right now. You probably talking to somebody. They want for you to have a problem with that dude so they can slip right on in, so they can sleep with you and be done with you.
I'm so done with Ron. Why is everything that has to be associated? Friend zone dude is not about sex. I don't agree with that. It makes zero sense.
I'm asking the friend zone dude going to want sex just as like any other man, but he might.
Of course they do, but that's not what they're waiting for.
Everything. Google. You can Google that, and I
they're waiting for you to come to them so they can actually be with you.
But let me ask you a question, Shanette. Do you think the friend zone dude deserves it more than Pookie and Ray Ray?
I agree. I think they do.
It depends on what work he's putting in.
No, it doesn't. He's already.
It does.
He's putting more work than some of these dudes who are smashing, who beating it up.
But a preacher can't.
Listen, ladies. Try your friend zone guy and give him some pussy. I bet you he'll be there with groceries in the morning the next morning.
I'm done.
I'm talking about, I'm talking about a full grow. And listen, he might even have a meat plan. So we might even let me put, man, we've been riding out. Your homegirl missed it. I wanted to challenge it. I wanted to challenge her.
And she would have been the right one too.
I know she would have been a challenger, but because this would have been her TED talk.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of got nervous. I thought she might go all the way in.
I wanted no. She was in the right place because
She was doing a good job.
She was in the right place because this is a room of healing. I was going to heal her tonight, Lord Jesus.
No, she'll listen to the playback. She'll listen to the playback.
What's her name again?
Tanya.
Tanya, I love you.
No, but she dope, man.
Tanya with the tattoos. I love you.
I love women with tattoos too, man.
With the bonnet, I would love to see what your hair look like out of that bonnet, Tanya. I would love to see you without that bonnet. Tanya with the tattoos, who's aggressive. When you ready, come back and talk to us.
But remember, Jeanette, what I told you is a man job to coach the woman. See, you said Hakeem did say, yo, I like to see you without the bonnet. So now if she talking to Hakeem, she'll be like, you know what? I'm not gonna wear a bonnet no more. That's why I'm.
Or her aggressive side might say, I don't give a damn. I'm gonna still come back with my bonnet on.
No. But
that too, because remember, she don't respect him or she don't like him.
She has to listen. She has to be. If I brought her around and get money, nigga, she would need to be feminine. Like it's on some G shit. Like if I brought her around a nigga that could be her husband, she could really trick herself out the bag. That's why I say she needs to go to my class, my course.
Man, he having the class, not me. I'm just gonna be there just to watch.
No. Listen. I need Jeanette to help. Listen, Jeanette, I need to help you out with me. We're gonna do a femininity class for women. We're gonna open it up.
Hear you.
We're gonna open it up. I'm gonna give a man perspective, and you're gonna give a woman perspective. We're gonna put a woman through a femininity class. We're gonna examine their phone book list. Who the nigga that's getting treated the worst, and who's the nigga that's fucking the most. Delete the nigga that's fucking the most. Move him up a couple notches. I got it all planned out. Femininity 2.0. By Chaos Culture Radio and the guys in Irresistible Lips. Copy.
I focus more on the man, not the woman. I don't really focus on the woman.
Listen, you won't think it won't help. I bet you the first week we'll get I bet you we'll get 50 women married by the time if we open this up.
Okay.
Love you're confident. I'm with you on that.
I'm very confident.
He definitely is.
Because let me tell you something.
Do it. Let's do it. Let's go.
I'm gonna get a statement. Let me tell you why I'm confident. Let me tell you why it's important. Women raise the kids and they give the kids the knowledge. Men go out and work. It is imperative to put us two together for us to function this whole place together. You feel me? Without married couples, you have no community. There's no community in Miami. There's no such thing as that. Most of the homes here in the Poke and Beans and a lot of these houses are single family homes. So to correct that is pairing the right people up to the right people to get it, making more an incentive so we can strengthen the community. That's why I advocate for marriage all the time. I see no reason why you have to get married, because it's important for the kids. Doesn't matter if you already have kids. You can still find you a good man, but your mindset has to be there. And you're going to know this, and a lot of women not going to want to love to hear this. You're going to have to put your man before your kids sometimes. I know that's a hard decision to make. For a woman who wants to get married, you're going to have to put your man before your kids. Read the Bible. Your kids are not supposed to be your life. When they get up and leave and they go do their only thing, what life do you have for yourself?
Zero.
You deserve to be loved, and you deserve to have somebody to love and protect you. But that means making some sacrifices. Your kids won't understand that because they're going to have to do the same thing. When you raise your sons to be protectors, and you raise your woman and you raise your daughters to be wives. That meaning that what is important, I'm not telling you to shit on your kids. I'm telling you to structurally position your house.
I agree.
You know what I mean? And that's really all that I got to say on that. I don't know if any last words. And
No, I love this today. I love it. I love this conversation. This is going down in the history books. You know what I'm saying? That it's very inspirational, man. I learned a lot. I have fun. We need to do this again. I love it. I have fun, man. I was laughing and giggling. It's been a while. You get what I'm saying? Especially Shanette be on this platform.
Yeah.
Me and her always bumping head. But finally you agree. That's pretty cool on something.
Hey, Jordan, they say something say love is unemployed. What is that? I don't know what they mean by that in the comment.
Love is unemployed.
I don't know what that means.
Them niggas is wilding out in the comments.
Very entertaining, and now that's very knowledgeable. I think everybody learned today. This was no conversation.
We did, and listen, it's important to have a female like Shanette here to speak.
And Ace did a wonderful job. I love Ace. Always come back to the platform.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Because we want to hear women perspective. We don't want to always think we just, because let me tell you something, Shanette, you did give some good points. I'm not going to knock on you on that. You feel me? There's a lot of points that I do agree with you on. And you know what I mean? I don't want to overshadow certain things you say about, you know what I mean? You do have some guys who are in that situation and, you know what I mean? Who will play both sides and need to come to correct. And I do agree with you on that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I do feel like there's a consensus that there's a lot of good guys who are not being picked for marriage because they don't have swag. So Shanette, do you have any last words? We're going to wrap this thing up.
Nope, I'm good to go.
You sure about that?
Of course you good to go.
Listen. The niggas in the comments want you to say something.
Oh Lord, they want me to say Jesus. What?
What's your last? What do you want to tell?
What's your IG? What's your Instagram? What's your Facebook? Anything.
Instagram, Irresistible Lips. Shop Irresistible Lips.
So, do you have any advice for the women out there?
Advice for women. A little bit more humble and submissive. If you're independent, it's good to be independent. But at the same time, when you have a man likes to. They don't want to be dominated. They have to be the head dog of the household. And I do strongly believe in order to have a successful relationship or marriage, you have to allow a man to be a man. You have to allow that man to take charge. However, I do know if a man is not a take charge type of dude, they are easily more friend zone because a woman will perceive them as weak. So I think men also have to evaluate their positions and not be timid, because there are men who's timid of aggressiveness in a woman or too much independence, or she might be too high standards. Don't let that stir you away either. If anything, it should give you something to motivate you. Like, nobody should be out of your league. You always got to approach a situation like, you that nigga, you that dog. I don't care if she make $1 million and $1. I could snag that. And I feel that people will have better results and more success versus trying to narrow down or judge people by what they see or think. Because half of the time what you think is not even them. Some of your most independent women are the most humblest and the most friendliest. They're not all mean bitches. So that's all I got to say.
So you already know, man, with that powerful statement, Chaos Culture Radio, we out.
We out.
Peace.
Peace.